From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Goff. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
This is Harris. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up first and 10. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Kamara. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on third and 4.
Hey, easy. Hey, box truck. Hey, easy.
From the gun, it's Brees. Open man is Michael Thomas. Brees on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
Here we go.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a third down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Check 3. Over. Kill. 6-6. Pull it high.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check 31. Check nickel. Wide. Get wide.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Brees. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Ready. Yellow lady. Over.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
At the 20-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Come on. 180. Right there. 56. Switch. What's that? 56.
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
When we talk about Aqib Talib, technique is not the word that comes to mind, but don't worry about that. This guy anticipates as well as anyone in the league, and he did just that, picking off another pass.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Let's get it. Ready? 95, 56. 54.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Under. Crunch.
Now on 2nd and 13. Breeze over the middle. Open is Thomas. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Here we go.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's make these big.
From the gun, here's Gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
From just shy of midfield, Breeze. He's got the former Ram. This is Jared Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
Ready, yellow lady.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Kamara. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Check safety. Check safety. Check 24. Check 24.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Murray. Murray has the first down and more. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Let's go.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ready. 5-8. 5-8. Check. We can know it.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 15-yard line.
Mike. Ready. 5-9. 59. Focus, defense, focus. Kill. Kill.
Smith catches left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tre'Quan Smith, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Gone. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, keep it up. March 22, March 22.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tight end's right. Hey.
Goff throwing again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
59 marks.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Corey Littleton, Pro Bowler for the first time a season ago, in to make the tackle. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. 2nd and 5 now. Breeze. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And down he'll go at the 25. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, New Orleans.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get
they?
a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Samson Ebukam coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Lucky. Under 10. 36. Hey, exit. 59. I'm coming. Here we go. Motion. Hey, whoa. Put your hands on his back.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and he can't get away. Gurley couldn't escape it. And that's going to be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Ready. 5-8. Don't let him breathe.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Now this is a catch by Ted Ginn. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
And the Saints first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Kamara off the draw. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready? 95-56.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
A loss of 7 yards. It's second down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
That's right. Get off the train tracks, baby. Get off the train tracks.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Lutz is good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 9, Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Check 59. Hey, easy. 59. Mike the 59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Now Breeze on third down. And Ginn's got it. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better. And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now on 2nd and 13, Breeze, and that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now gone. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Goff now looks to throw. He's going to launch this thing. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 82 yards. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here we go. Easy, opposite. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Play action. It's gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, 77 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On the stop was Aaron Donald. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. That's taken on the 25. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
50 goes, come on. 180. Man, Rick Wall. Louis. 56. All day, baby.
From the 50, it's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Ready. Here we go. Hey, Echo. Mike, check, 59. Over. Here we go, team.
Now Breeze. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
3rd and 14.
Ready? 95-56. 95-56. Time to go. Night, night.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at the 15. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, gone. And now here is another interception. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And they take possession of the football and have it at their 36-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's see what you got. 13. 59 is Mike. 59 is Mike. Check, check. 59. Sammy.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Saints, 1st down.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
3rd and 14.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. 21. I'm here all day. Check. Under. Jim.
From midfield, here's Breeze. And he finds Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 35.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On first down, Murray looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Rams.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Throwing on second down, Breeze. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Who's off horses?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They'll run. This is Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Hey, easy.
Mike, check, 59. Check.
Now Breeze. Cook's got it. Touchdown Saints. Jared Cook, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Here I come. Here I come.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.